everybody. So I just got off a couple calls. So okay, so if you don't know, again, hi, I'm Felicia. But if you've never watched my channels before, I'm in recovery. And I have some time underneath my belt, but that doesn't mean shit if you're not doing things you should be doing. Not that, let me clarify, not that I am doing anything basically drinking or using drugs or anything like that, not like that. What I'm talking about is that one of the things that we're taught when we come in is hey, you're going to be shown tools. Tools on how to live a better life, tools to basically be a good adult and everything like that. Not saying that you might not have been you weren't a good adult beforehand, because it's definitely not a normal thing, but your actions might not have been the best and everything like that. You might have been a good-hearted person, but you still did some shitty shit and everything like that. But it is what it is. So, like I said, I have a few 24 hours and everything like that. There's a few things that I absolutely suck at, even with the time that I have. And just to let you guys know, my sobriety date as of today is August 21st, 2011. And it is currently March 8th, 2025. You do the math. So I'm only stating that so you have a point of reference on the fact that I do have some time. It's not like it's my first few months or anything like that. But things that they told me when I first came in, pick up the phone, call people. Basically, one of the things is that I came into the program in an age of technology. When the program was initially started, you actually had to do a lot more work to do things. If you wanted to call someone, if you did not, not everybody had a house phone back in the day. It's kind of weird to say that, because most people that are my age, by the way, as of right now, I'm 44 years old, grew up with a phone in their house. Most, at least Americans, grew up with a phone in their house. So if you could get calls. But when you were out and traveling and stuff, you were out and about and everything, that you had to actually put some work in and go to a payphone. Yes, they actually exist. There are a few that are still around, but yeah, you actually had to have change or call someone collect to make a phone call. So you had to put some work into this. If you needed to talk to someone, you had to put some work in and stuff. Today, downfall, we have these cell phones, hence what I'm recording you on as I'm driving. So we have more access to things today. I can get on a computer, I can get on my laptop, on my cell phone. I can if I have a landline phone, my house does not have one. There's more readily available, easy access to communicate to another human. But as a whole, my opinion is we suck at communication. Basically, we are at a point where we assume people can read our minds, even if we really don't. Even though we really know that they can't read our minds. But so basically, I suck at communicating. People who know me say that I love to talk. I really don't, but it seems like I do. I just have a lot to say at times. So basically, since I came in the program, I relied more on texting people, because I could get the message to them, and then they could respond when they want, and I didn't feel as bothersome that I was bothering them, because a lot of times, especially in the early days, I was more of a night owl. I still am a night owl, but I am definitely also have boundaries up for not just myself, but for other people. I'm trying to be more aware of how my actions affect other people these days. So, basically, if it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I just want to chat with someone, today I'm not going to actually pick up the phone or even text. I might text someone, very rare that I actually do that, and hope that they're up and everything like that. I am very aware that they might actually be asleep. So with that, basically, we've relied on texting people to hold conversations. Downfall about texting. I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but texting does not emote tone. So I can send you a message. Hi, how are you today? You could read it. Hi, how are you today? Like, so whatever, each of our perceptions are different, but without that tone, you don't know really, like, how that sentence was meant to be. And you can take a basic sentence and turn it, like, if your mind is not in the best space and everything like that. So sometimes text messages can actually cause more issues and stuff like that. They can cause fights and things like that. When you have a legit conversation with someone and you can hear their tone and, like, you can see their mannerisms and stuff like that, you tend to be able to have a better conversation. That is my opinion. And if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. But if you don't agree with it, please let me know why. So basically, I've had a dear friend most of my sobriety. Like, I met her a few months into my sobriety and everything like that. Absolutely dear friend. And I'm the one who sucks as a human, because a little bit before COVID, like for probably a year or so before COVID, because things had happened. Like, her life changed, my life changed, like my job location, my meetings started changing, like just things had changed. And my side of the street, I dropped the ball on putting an effort into communicating. I've always still held her in the deepest regards, but my side of the street was I dropped the ball on basically my side of the friendship, because I still had them on Facebook. I could still see their life, but I wasn't actually putting the effort into reaching out and checking in with them and seeing, like, hey, I saw this on Facebook, or hey, what's going on with you? How's your life going? Because I'm probably one of the very few, I've been really good about not blasting everything on Facebook either lately. But I will say, like, I'm someone who will throw more stuff out there, like, in the public side than a lot of my other friends. A lot of my friends are more reserved and, like, basically, like, aren't gonna go be like, so this is what I did today, like, blah blah blah. And I'm just being very loosely just trying to give examples without being detailed. But so ironically, this is how my higher power, who I call God, works. I just saw, so last week I saw that she had hit a milestone in sobriety. She hit another anniversary. She came up to 36 years of sobriety, and I dropped the ball on even be like sending a message being like, congratulations or whatever, because Felicia gets tunnel vision. Like, a lot of times it has to be in the forefront of me, and then if I put it back here, I lose it. Or like another friend reached out today and was like, I've been thinking about you. And I was like, actually, I thought about you on Thursday, but by the time when I was thinking about you, it was 10:30 at night, so didn't really think you'd be up. And she was like, I was right. You're right. I wasn't up. And I'm like, okay. And then I forget to follow through, because at that moment, I was thinking about you, and then I realized, and then I forget. That could be part of ADHD. Again, at this point, I'm self-diagnosing myself. I've not been medically diagnosed, but a lot of the signs are showing to it. And I think I've said about 40 times. Okay, so ironically, I'm using probably ironically a lot in this thing, so I just caught myself say it 3 times in the last couple minutes. She hasn't been at she hasn't been at the meetings I currently attend in the last couple years. But there's a meeting that we both attend, or we have both attended over the years, that holds a special place for her. It was actually her first meeting. And there's a lot of friends and, like, family members, like, in the sense of being like if you're in my life for so long, you're also a friend. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling as I'm trying to park. But, so, she was getting her medallion last Thursday, and we started talking. And I said, like, I'm working on calling people. Like, it's something I really, really suck at. And what I'm very proud about is that I really do not think if she had not been at that meeting or having, like, even if it happened a couple months down the road, like, it was lined up perfectly for this to happen, that basically we would talk about communicating, how my weakness is actually picking up the phone and calling people. And so with talking about it, I've been doing the best that I can to reach out to her. And what's nice is that there's only been a few days that unfortunately I've just gotten busy and stuff like that, and we haven't communicated one way or the other. There's only been one day that technically it was a text message versus actual phone call and everything that. And like, I just, right before I did this video, like I said, I had been calling a few people. I had, like, with Rick, my partner and everything that, like, we do video chats and everything like that. Like, so that's one thing. And so I'm talking to him. But there's other people in the world and in my life and stuff like that. So I'm working on calling other people. And I can honestly say, today, I've had physical conversations besides Rick. Okay, I'm trying to think of their names without saying them. Okay, so 3 people I've actually talked to today, and 2 people I left messages for. That was 5 phone calls that I actually put out. And I have to say, I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, it's one of these that if I can get a routine going, and a lot of times it's going to be when I'm driving, so like the weekends are a little bit easier and stuff like that. Weekdays, it usually is like I talk to Rick while I'm driving to work, and then I like talk to him on the way home. So trying to figure out a little balance on that, but yeah, just wanted to share that. How are you guys with communicating and like calling other people? But like, I know there's other tools in the tools in the basket that I was given throughout my time in recovery and stuff like that. That some I'm alright on, some I really suck at. And it's a couple important ones too that, like, honestly I'm not the best at. Like, one of the issues that I have right now is I would like to have a stronger fellowship of ladies. They don't all have to be together and everything like that, but like, there are a handful of ladies that I have, but I also have dropped the ball and I don't see them all that often. Fuck, I'm an asshole. Fuck. I'm the problem. Fuck. Look at this. You guys got it on tape. Okay. I gotta go in the grocery store and go realize I'm still fallible. So, okay, guys. Alright. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and if you're in recovery and you're going through any of the things I'm going with, please let me know that you identify. If you have any suggestions for anything you see or hear on my channel, please share. Yeah, I'm a fucking massive work in progress. Alright, guys, thanks.